Right, I think I've seen everyone. So, first and foremost, I wanted to say how proud I am, how happy I am to be part of this place, to get the chance, to get the privilege to, work with you guys and, work with a lot of the good stuff I've already met. I think I'll do just a very small introduction, and it's the one time that I'm going to make a little bit of an introduction for the new guys, and then after that it's just one and the same stuff and there's no differences. But you got Craig Bellamy over there that you will know now. He's going to be the assistant coach, making sure he seconds me on everything, and he's a big voice out on the pitch. You got Floribert Engalula. He says he missed to become a legend at Man United because he had an injury, but he's been a pathway coach. That's the story he tells everyone. But he's a pathway coach. He's going to link in with the academy and the first team. Bram over there, he's the guy with the beard. He used to be a performance coach with me in Belgium. Young guy, stepped up really well, right attitude, great guy, and he's going to be helping coordinate everything to do with performances and session planning on the pitch. Then I've got Jelle, goalkeepers coach, but I'd like to think he's a bit different in how he approaches things. I hope as well you'll be able to learn a lot from him, not just the goalkeepers, but the type of individual work he does as well with strikers and everything, and other players. And I've got Big Ro in the back, so he's my assistant. I mean, you guys, you know the drive, it's about an hour from Hale into where I live, so an hour from Hale into work every day and then an hour back. So I'm always working in the car, and he's helping me with the journey, and you'll see him around the place, just to help out. I mean, reality is we're in the championship now, so the main thing is that everyone has a role and everyone chips in everything they can do, and Rob will be a part of that. And I think that's it for the new stuff. So these guys, it's the one time I mentioned them. Now it's all one group and no distinction anymore. So yeah, as I said, so the biggest thing I remember from this team is, you look from the outside and you come in, and I've always had massive respect for what this club has achieved, because you get two ways of judging clubs. You get two ways of judging achievement in football, and you get the people who go and say you got to win trophies. Winning trophies, it's very few people who get to do it, and most of football really achievement is, is based on things like your resources, how much have we been spending on players, things like the quality of the group. And for doing what you guys have done over the last 10 years, I mean, that is an achievement, and that classes you as winners, no matter what, and I want to be a part of that. And to come in here, it's for me important to make a distinction between, I want to make sure that everything that's made you winners, we keep it. And I don't care that you were in the Premier League fighting against relegation. It is what it is. It's what this group was doing, and this group was overachieving, this group was performing well. So there's things that you've done extremely well, just like the teams who are winning trophies. And I think what was very clear from the outside, looking into this group of players, is that you had this unity and you had something special going on amongst the players and amongst the staff as well. And I think that's something that can maybe fade away after a while, but it's definitely what's going to be for me the key part of everything I want to do with you. And I can't emphasize enough. You link as well some of the things. Some of you guys are a little bit older. I used to work with very young players in Anderlecht. Here is a little bit more mature group, but a lot of you guys will be thinking already about the game in a different way, and that what is more important in this game is to make sure that, to explain it this way, so to overachieve, and that's the hardest part, and to do it consistently, there's no way you can do it on your own. It's a thing you do every single day, and there's a standards you set every single day, and I'm asking you and demanding from you that you run these standards even higher now. Like anybody that's looking at the game in a different way now, because you're thinking about the game, take everything we're going to give you, all the information we'll give you, and we'll give you a lot more information perhaps than other teams and other clubs have got to deal with. That's who we are, that's what we want to bring to this club. But all the information you get, as much as in the beginning it's a lot, it's an overload, just use it to become better, use it to improve. And I think that this team, again, from what I've seen, has got a lot of football in it, and at the same time, because like the background for me as a coach is like you link things to who you are as a person. Of course, I like teams who are good on the ball, but if anyone's seen me play as well, like I was an aggressive player. I like aggressive teams. I understand what this team has to be stronger. We'll have to be aggressive. We'll have to have intensity in our game. My thing is just like, guys, can we push the back line up? Can we do it from a position where we recover the ball quicker? But can we be in control of certain games? Can we dominate? And my passion is scoring goals. And again, I'm a defender, I know. I used to be. But my passion is scoring goals. My passion is having teams who are looking at every opportunity to score a goal. So it means every phase of the game, we have a plan, we have an idea to score a goal. I don't care if it's a defensive throw-in or a corner we're defending, we clear it, we try and get on the other end and score. I don't care whether we're building up from the goalkeeper, and I'll show you a couple of images when we go in the meeting. I know that the build-up, it's like a fetish. Everybody's saying like, oh, I want to be a build-up team, and I think, you know what, let's just put this guy in that position, this guy in that position, and spread out. It's not what it is. It's not enough. So I'll try and explain to you, and you'll have to just bear with me. And the moments where it's frustrating because it's a lot of meetings, it's a lot of information, just bear with me, just for the time that we get over that hurdle where we're able to execute without thinking about it. And then we can taper things down again. It might take 3, 4, 5 months, but we'll have to get through it. So you understand why, if I want to score a goal from the moment our goalkeeper has the ball, there's just certain rules we've got to respect. It's the timing when you support. It's the way you set the ball. It's the idea you have in your head. Is the movement you have in front of you to create the spaces or to exploit the spaces. And just bear with me with this, because I think that from what I've seen in this team, for me there's enough football in this team to do it. There is. And that's just one phase of play, but it's not just, oh guys, let's go expand and make angles. No, it's more than that. It's the tempo of the weight of your passes. It's the way you set the ball. And then when you push up again and you go forward, and there's always this thing like if you play against a deep block, hey, by the way, they're sitting deep, it's hard to score. I think we might enjoy it. Just if we get the right patterns, if we just work in training into combining in the right ways. And so I've tried to name every phase of the game. And as we go through it, at the very beginning, I'll show you a few clips of the team where I worked previously. And it was a young group. I don't think they had the quality you had. And I think Bellis is a testimony to that, very young group, not the quality. And we always had this period of 2-3 months, we've got to get through the hard barrier. You get past it and people enjoy it. And then you start playing and you start feeling like there's a plan for everything you do. But that's the main aspect. Every phase of game, everybody switch on in meetings, switch on the pitch, do every detail of your passing in training sessions. Every moment you lose the ball, how you react to recover it. Every challenge you go into, and for experienced pros, anyway, if you don't commit fully into a challenge, you get injured in that way. For the younger players in this room, so there's nothing we can do on the pitch. We'll try and manage your lows, try and keep you on the pitch as much as you can. We had an availability record last year of 95% of the time across the whole squad. So we had 95% of the time the whole entire team on the pitch. It doesn't happen overnight, but even if you're old seasoned pros, I'm asking you, I'm not going to force you, because I think when you have an older team, it's not enough to force people, you convince them. All I want to convince you is to make an extra step, make the next step. You can still improve. You've done many things that have been very good for you over your careers, but can we still push you? Can you still become better? I became so much better at the age of 30, And then what I was saying with my personal experience as a coach, as a player, and how I can share it onto you, is, of course as a player you come in and took care of Barnsley a few times. but but you know, that's not been. I've never been as good as the players I was playing with. I was, you know, I could play, and you have to, and all this time. But what I want to say is, if I have one thing that I had, and that's why I think I'll fit in this place, and I think that you guys, you'll get to know me as someone that will do well here as well for you. It's like, my biggest strength, if you speak to anyone that I've played with, was what I did behind the scenes, making sure that everyone got better. I was injured for 50% of the time during the season, and just at the end I came just the last 10 games and I lifted the trophy, and it looked like I had an amazing season. 50% of the season I wasn't even there. But what I was doing is in the gym, when there was a guy that was down, you know, and he's like, oh, well, I'm not going to play anymore, trying to overthink, you know, what players do, like, oh, the manager doesn't like me. And the key aspect of this is just lift everyone around you all the time. We'll have difficult times. There's no better opportunity for us to become a better group than when we go through those moments. And it'll happen at some point. How can you keep each other at that level where it doesn't change how you behave, your attitude to work? Can you still come in the morning and do what you did when it was tough? You know, and when it's tough, can you still do what you did when it was going well? You know, and if we can, and we're not robots, right? So I said to the staff as well, it's their role to influence you in that way. But at the same time, it's your role as a group to see, hey, there's a guy that's hanging on here. Just bring him with us. Keep working. And you know, you've been long enough in the game to know at the end of the season, it's a totally different picture. I never started a season with a group of players that finished in the same constellation at the end of the season. It's never happened. And I'm looking to the back with all the young guys. You know, be hungry out there, respect the elders. We need lads competing. Yeah? So, we'll go straight into business. We'll go into the meeting room. I'll explain to you what we're doing training, and then you get through your medical screenings, testing, concussion testing, and everything that goes with it. Just do what you have to do every step of the way, and then we take a group outside on the pitch. Group 1 and 2 switch for tomorrow, and then we're on a normal schedule from Thursday onwards. Yes, lads? In the meeting room. Let's go.